Guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. And today we're gonna be diving into what women actually like in men and understanding the female gaze. For those who don't know me, I'm Rizvan and this channel is for men's self-improvement. I know it can be really confusing sometimes to figure out what women really want, but in today's video we're gonna break it down into 6 points. But before I even get into it, what is the female gaze? The female gaze is simply what women actually want rather than what we think they want. For example, we might think being as big as possible in the gym is what women really want, but they really want a lean, athletic physique. Now that I got that example out the way, let's dive into number one, guys. Let's talk about appearance, hair, muscles, and height. We all understand that being attractive as a man is not as important as a woman being attractive in today's world. But that doesn't mean that they don't notice our looks or how we present ourselves. Let's start off with your hair, bro. See, what women really want, it's a classic haircut. We all love to get fades, and I used to get fades as well, but what women really want is a full head of hair. And to be honest, let me tell you that fades are a little bit childish in 2024, going into 2025. Fades were just like a trend. And let me tell you, when you grow out your hair and you do something to it, you won't look back 20 years from now at your old videos or photos cringing at yourself because you had a fade. So I suggest you go with a classic haircut because women love a classic haircut also. Like I said like a couple of seconds ago about the muscles, guys, you don't need to be on steroids at a young age and be as big as possible. Listen, you will only attract men by just taking steroids, going to the gym and killing yourself. What women really want is a athletic body. And one example I can give you, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. See, he's not too big. He doesn't really look big in shirts, but women love when he takes off his shirt because he's so athletic. We all know who Sam Sulek is. Do you think women love his type of body? No, the kind of women that love this type of body are bodybuilder women. And if you're into bodybuilder women, hey, then go ahead and get as big as possible. But for the typical average woman, they're not really into that big bodybuilder type of body. So do yourself a favor and focus on your health first rather than getting as big as possible. Follow a nice split. I usually do push-pull legs so I have time to recover between every single muscle group. Let's talk about height and how important it is. Now, guys, I'm a small guy myself. I'm only 5'9", and I'm not delusional to slander women about caring that their man should be taller than them. Of course they should. And you as a man, you should care that your girl is smaller than you. All women want is a guy taller than them. And when she wears heels, he still needs to be taller than her. I understand this height thing, it's really big on the internet and guys are very insecure if they're not 6 foot. But let me tell you, you care about your height more than women actually do because you're so obsessed with being 6'4", 6'4", and then you forget all about the other aspects of your life that you could improve. Let's go into point number 2, guys, and that is to be open and friendly. Basically being approachable. This is a huge one because it doesn't matter how tall and good looking you are, how rich you are, if you don't look approachable, you're doomed. Let me tell you, being approachable means that you have a relaxed vibe about you. It's about being friendly and having a good conversation with people. And let me tell you, when you're having a good conversation with people, if that woman sees you having a good conversation and you have a good laugh and you smile all the time, when she comes in the circle, she'll feel like she knows you and she's comfortable with you. It makes her think that, oh, this guy is cool to talk to. So let me tell you, don't be the guy that's too cool to hang around with people or to talk with people or always having their head down. That's not what women are into. Now let's go into personal style. Well, look, fashion, it's an interesting word because my fashion could mean something different from your fashion. But to dress for the female gaze, it's completely different. Dressing for the female gaze is basically dressing like a man. Let me give an example, like Michele Moroni from 365 Days. All women love him. Why? Because he dresses like a man. He doesn't dress like a little boy in a night tech tracksuit or cargos with freaking sneakers. Let me tell you the clothes that you should wear. You should always wear fitted clothes that highlight your body features. If you're a muscular guy, wear a slim fit t-shirt so you can highlight your chest, your shoulders, your arms. And never go for extremely baggy jeans or pants. Always go for regular fit. And never go too skinny either. And let me tell you, you should ditch the sneakers. Listen, sneakers, it's basically sportswear. And I understand there's dressy sneakers also. But instead of dressy sneakers, try to go for loafers. And instead of going out with sneakers all the time, try and go for a pair of boots. Boots give men ruggedness, and there's nothing wrong with color, but I always suggest that if you go for a color, go for a darker shade of that color. Let's say you're going for a green. Never go for a bright green. Go for an olive green or a dark green or a British green. Darker clothing, even if they're colorful, makes you look more serious and more manly. So guys, please stop going out dressing like a little kid and get yourself some nice clothes. I always suggest that you should go for Massimo Duty for high quality clothing and low prices. And of course, you don't have to go wearing a suit every single day, but you should always look presentable. Let's go into the next point, guys, and that is to never chase her. I'm not talking about being rude or acting like you don't care at all. What I mean is to not be desperate. Women want a man who's independent and doesn't just sit there for people to give him attention. When you're always chasing her or texting her non-stop without having your life goals and things in order, it screams that you're needy to her. Women are always attracted to men who have goals and a sense of purpose in life. If you're not that kind of man, you are not going to be appealing to the female gaze. And if you're always the guy chasing her, you're just a simp, bro. What you need to do is actually be busy and have your own goals and watch how women chase you, because you're attracting the actual women. You're doing something that attracts the female gaze. Let's go into number 5, guys. She wants you to be a rock and be tough. Let's talk about being a rock for her, being tough emotionally and physically. I'm not talking about never show emotion. And to be honest, you really shouldn't show that deep kind of emotion to a woman, because you're meant to be the shoulder that she cries on, not the other way around. And any female that tells you that you can cry in front of her, you can lie on her shoulder, you can tell her all your problems, is lying to you. Women just say that because they want to be nice, but deeply in their hearts, they find that weak. Now, when things get tough in life, she wants you to stay calm and figure out things while she's freaking out. Because to be honest, that's the nature of women. They like to freak out, and we are meant to be the rocks. When you can be shaken easily, when you can be scared easily and overreact over small things, it shows that you're weak and you cannot take care of herself, kids, or an entire family. But if you can handle pressure, that's a major plus. Being tough means to take care of business when things get complicated and still show up for her when she needs you. Confidence and resilience, it's something that women really crave. If you're the man who can go through a stone and come out unfazed, then you're winning. And now guys, for the last key point, you must do what you actually said and keep your word. Look, nothing's more attractive than a man who says what he needs to say and actually does what he said. When you tell her you're going to do something, do it. Otherwise, why would you tell her? Women respect a man who keeps his word because it shows that you have integrity and you can be reliable. If you're always the guy that's making excuses, or you say that you're too tired and you can't do that thing that you said you would do last week, or if you say to her, hey, I'm gonna wash our cars, and then the next day you don't do it, and then it shows that you're not reliable, and women hate that. Listen, if you promise to do something, do it. And I'm not talking about just proving herself that. Prove yourself that and other people. When you say you're gonna do something, just do it. Keeping your word shows that you're dependable and trustworthy, and that's great in business, not just women. And honestly, guys, these are the things that really help you strengthen your connection with your woman. Being the reliable guy. She knows that you got her. She knows that you can go through a storm and come out unfazed. Anyways, guys, these were the 6 points women actually find attractive in men, and how you can appear more attractive to the female gaze. If you want to know how to deal with toxic women, click on the video that just popped up right now. And like always, I'll see you next time, guys.